ॐ सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनामधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. So now I am taking up the reflections on meditation. This is the second part. Okay? And I have told you that meditation is not the silence when you get in deep sleep, which is nothingness. Okay? It is something different from that. And when you get the silence in sitting down and in meditation, it is done with full awareness and through control of the mind. Okay? It is not a casual thing like you fall into sleep. Okay? But you can also fall into meditation once you know how to control the mind. Okay? But it's very conscious space. Many people, they say, what is this space about? In the West, you are sitting and you are wasting your time, being a leech on society. Okay? And they don't really understand what is this silence all about. Because if they did, as many people do now, they will value it. Okay? And that is what I am going to sort of talk about, so that you get some understanding. I cannot say you can get all the understanding. Some understanding of that space. Okay? Now, when you are in a space for a short period of time, you experience a kind of happiness which we call bliss, even if it's for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You are so relaxed, your BP goes down. When you come out, you seem to be pleased with the world and yourself outside. Okay? Even with 10 minutes of that silence. So, what happens is that the pratyahara or the withdrawal helps you to start this process. Concentration takes you further so that you can get the gap between the thoughts to be able to catch that silence. Now, in a very, very functional way, I will tell you. Many people say they have intuitions. Many evangelists, televangelists, certain other preachers in our own country, they say, I saw God. He told me, get me an aircraft. Okay? They start collecting money on that. You can't see God except in silence. Okay? The deep extended silence is called Brahman. Alright? That is where pure consciousness exists. Okay? But we are not talking about long extended periods now, okay? Which is called samadhi, the last part of meditation. We are not talking about that. We are talking about short periods where we can see the benefit of it. What is an intuition? First of all, you must understand that. Many people use intuition. We mean something else by intuition. Okay? And intuition comes only in silence. It doesn't come anywhere else. Okay? Intuition is when you get some knowledge of the reality of the world outside, of anything, as knowledge without the functioning mind. You will see the rishis of the old times, the time when they intuited the Vedas, they were able to see that there is a sun, there are planets. They have come to many conclusions of astronomy based only on intuition. They didn't have a telescope, they didn't have a Hubble, they didn't have aircrafts or rockets to take them up. Yet they came with very correct knowledge. Now this is because of intuition. Okay. So even if you remain in little bit of silence, 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes, you will find that you will get a tremendous lot of clarity on a problem that you are working on, and you will get some solutions in that without having to apply your mind. That's what happened to Einstein. Many other scientists, they work on problems, they get frustrated, then they just leave it for some time. And in that silence, they get the breakthrough. Okay. So it's possible for every one of us. But rather than hoping for it, okay, if you really want to have some kind of intuitive knowledge, some kind of a knowledge which will help you move in the world, then certain amount of silence is required. Okay? So intuition can come only from the silence. If anybody tells us that they just intuited like that, is not going to happen. Even bhakti yogis, I was telling you about Tyagaraja, the one who the whole of the Carnatic music he intuited, wrote out all the tunes, all the words, everything of what we today call Carnatic music. Okay? It was all intuited. As a bhakti yogi, because when he was singing in the temples, he was not in his mind, he was in silence. Something was coming out. Other people were making note. He never made notes on anything. He was a poor man who was thrown out from his house, yet his deep devotion, like St. Francis Xavier, they intuit, they can see, they can tell you. So understand that the silence is a space of intuition, first of all. Okay. It's a space of deep relaxation. Why? Because the mind does not function. The BP will go down up to 40. And that silence and that restfulness is very important for you to be able to manage the day without tension. Get this. The whole body, the system, the mind, everything has to relax completely. This the mind can do. So, when we are trying to do meditation, the space between the thoughts, try to get small windows first. The concentration, as the concentration goes up, dharana goes up, the space will become more and more and more, till you finally fall into meditation. Okay? But what I am suggesting is, try to do half an hour first daily. Get 1 minute of silence. Okay? That same half an hour, you can also get 5 minutes. In that same half an hour, you can also get 10 minutes, depending on your intention, depending on your sincerity, depending on your belief and faith that yes, this is true. Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Prachichyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om.